So here I'm going to cover some old UI of Ethora web interface before we sunset it and replace it with the new UI. So this UI I'm showing has been around for like a couple of years at least. We are replacing it, and this is video just to take a note for product development purposes, for history, and to review, maybe compare some of the new UI once it's upgraded with some of the older features. So first I see the list as a user. I see a list of chats. This is the default screen typically. I see some default chats which I join automatically. I can send a message. I can react to messages of other people. I can send coins to them. I don't know about emojis. I think we have implemented in the mobile version, but we didn't have it fully implemented in the web version. But in the reactions we can send direct message, we can reply, and replies also kind of launches thread interface. So it's a threaded reply. So you can see the quote. So there is a quoted message, there is a note on the thread that there are some replies, another threaded reply. This time I'm not sending it into the room, it's only going to be shown in the thread, and another one. So also yeah, I can reward people with coins. So the coins counter is shown under my profile on the top right. If I each message of other users, once as long as I have coins, I can reward them. So you can hear and you can see that I have rewarded another user with 5 Ethora coins. So what happens normally in the mobile version, at least, we can see that. So the coins also show as a counter in the chat bubble. Same goes for emojis. So you can see reactions from people to the messages of other users with emojis, but also with coins. And coins can be different. Coins can be disabled fully. Coins can be named stars or points, or anything that is relevant to the specific project. Can be used for gamification, or even for being able to purchase some content, services, digital assets, depending on the project settings, or as like some sort of merit or gamification between the users. Right, so and in my profile, so I had like coins, and you see I have like less coins. So if I reward this user, I had 291 coins, and I reward this user, probably I need to refresh, so I have less coins now, you can see, because I rewarded those users. So we have some bugs, some issues potentially, which we are addressing as we are transitioning from the old UI to the new UI. But you can see that my count of coins has been updated. If I go into my profile, you can see in transactions that I have sent 5 coins a few minutes back, and then just recently I sent another coin. These are actually blockchain transactions, so the ledger of coins is fully powered by EVM, or basically Ethereum blockchain. So each Ethora server platform, each Ethora server implementation has at least a private locally running blockchain of at least 3 nodes, so there is a consensus between them, which supports the ledger of the assets transfers, including the coins or points, and also it's used for other functionalities. For example, for immutable tracing of the history of documents, which is could be pretty useful for business applications, business scenarios. This allows you to cryptographically prove, for example, that certain transaction has taken place at a specific point in time, and thanks to the cryptographic concept of the Merkle tree, you, even if you have, like, as a server owner, you had access and be able to change some files, you cannot kind of forge those kind of transactions. So this functionality helps to promote trust into any systems that build some sort of reward system, token exchange system, and the end users don't even have to know about the blockchain or distributed ledger technology, but it's useful, it's handy to have that technology. So here we can see the details of the transaction. If we want, we can unroll the details, and we can see a lot of details about the specific transaction as it happened. So it's not simply like some sort of database exchange, it's actually a real cryptographic Merkle tree blockchain powered transaction between the two crypto wallets, if you like. Again, this doesn't have to be exposed to the end users, and in the new UI we have made this much simpler and easier. But if you need to prove that certain transaction has happened, this our platform has the underlying technology which actually proves and protects all the transactions cryptographically. So that was a long segue into the coins thing. So I go back into the chat. What else do we have here? So I can send a direct message to somebody. So I can send a message to this user and say hello. I could send file attachments. I could send I can send create audio recordings. Hello, this is my audio recording. Something is wrong here, but normally you see a chat bubble which is specific to audio or video attachment. You can play the audio recording. You see the waves there, the wavelet displayed. Each chat has a QR code, and this is kind of a sharing screen or sharing model. So you can invite other users to a chat room by visually. So this could be used in printed material. So when you show it on your screen or show it in some slides, in the presentation slides. In such case, users who have the Ethora mobile app can scan this QR code and immediately go and join the chat room. If they don't have the Ethora mobile app, again, they can scan this QR code and see the link to the chat room, and depending on the settings, they would be able to join or view it as guests, or they will have to have the app installed, and they would have to log into, because it might be a restricted chat room. So, and this is another way to share the room via URL, via link. So you can copy it and send it in another messenger, in the email. So it's a hyperlink. So 2 ways to share: QR code or hyperlink. If this was your message, you could also reply, edit, delete your message. Other people can see I have edited my message. I deleted my message. I can quit, exit the chat room. I can see the details about the chat room. I can make it start or favorite, so it appears on my start chats. I can disable that. I can see the members, I can see their roles, so the owner of the chat and other things. If I was the moderator or manager of the chat, I would be able to kick ban users and manage the roles there as well. I can go into profiles of other people. I can see their transactions if they were made public. So again, depending on application settings, I could see, for example, if this is if your project, if your app powered by Ethora platform is uses some digital assets. For business applications, it could be documents, so you can see documents in the profiles of other users. And again, depending on profile, on project settings and profile visibility of individual users, you will see or not see certain documents or certain information there. But also for entertainment apps, for like fan apps, for like you know, gamification purposes, you could have digital assets, digital art, again like coins enabled, and other people could, depending on project settings, see this as owned by other users in their profiles. You can even like trade exchange them if you enable that. Or it could be some sort of like badges, certificates, like anything. And again, you can see, again, if this is enabled, you can see the transactions in the profiles of other users. So you can see this user has joined the app, the project, they joined the app on 2nd of October. They received 100 coins as a sign-up bonus. Here they probably created some digital asset, in this case NFT supported, so NFT is enabled in the project, so they minted some digital art. Here it shows that I sent them five coins towards their message. So now this user has a bigger balance, larger balance of coins thanks to my transfer to them. I can also enable the just directly message them from this interface. Right. So what else? Obviously, users have avatars. So if they signed up with social sign-on, or they uploaded their profile photographs themselves, so I can do it here. I can upload my image, so other users in the chat will see the avatar. If they use Google sign-on, it will automatically, it will automatically display the avatar from their profile in Google, for example. If they didn't do any of those, then the avatar will be the initials based, so it will show the first name, last name, and the first capital letters of first name and last name is the avatar. I can search in chats. What else? So yeah, file attachments would display differently. So if it's an audio, video, PDF document, we have previews for audio and video messages. We have like video, audio player integrated in wavelets display for audio messages. The previews for audio, video are automatically generated on the server side. So obviously, users don't have to download the whole file just to preview it, so they can see a smaller preview in the chat. Other features here, so you would see the group, you would see individual chats here, and this was the experimental function for like meta navigation, but you can see kind of basically different tabs for navigating between chats. Now let's go into the menu and explain some of the menu features there. So my profile is simply I go into my profile, which is also sort of a digital wallet. So it shows the assets belonging to the user. In messaging, this is the list of chats screen. This screen allows to create a new chat. Then we have a create section. So in business applications, for example, you can create a document, and there are multiple ways to create a document. You could upload it and create it yourself, or you could have the document created automatically by the backend API integration. So maybe in some applications you need to see certain insurance certificate or educational certificate, healthcare and certificate of the user, or another document like business registration certificate, or some certain contract in the profiles of other users. So in that case, you could disable this functionality and only allow the users to automatically, their profiles to be populated by your server side, by your backend business logic via Ethora API. But if you enable users to create assets themselves, then you will see the types of assets that are enabled in the menu here. So in this case, I have documents and NFTs enabled. When I create a digital asset like NFT, then I can upload an image and create it as well. Again, in the mobile app we have more and better UI there and more functionality there, but here in the web we can see these features as well. I'm overviewing the web UI here. Then the apps screen is available to me because I'm an owner. So I'm as an owner of the app, I can go there and see the admin functionalities, including the list of users and other bits there. I can modify my app and do a lot of things here. However, for the end users, like standard usual users, they will not see these functionalities. They will not see the apps in the menu. Referrals is the menu item which would be disabled in most projects, but if you want to enable the gamification around referrals, you enable it, and this allows your users to generate an invite code, which then generates kind of income in internal project coins for the person who has invited and the person who joined the app. There is also activity bonus, so like every day the user is active, again, enabled or disabled, there are ways depending on your application settings, but if the daily activity bonus and sign up bonus and referrals are enabled, then users have multiple options to earn these coins and then spend them or share them with other users. So when you sign up, you get 100 coins for daily activity. Each 24 hours you can get like 5 coins, and by referring a user you can get 25 coins each. Another thing I wanted to share here and forgot to share that each chat URL is unique, and there is like kind of public key of the chat room. You can see in the URL here, and same goes for the user. So each user has like public key, which is same as in blockchain wallets. They have like, there is a crypto key pair, and this is the public key of the user. So it's easy to refer to chat rooms or users by URL as well. So we covered referrals, privacy and data. This is an important interface. Doesn't look like super exciting, but it's important for from different perspectives. So one thing that you can manage here is the visibility of your profile as a user, and also the same goes for assets or documents, for example. You can also block and block users here, like including directly from the chat message menu, and you can manage your data here. So managing data is important to give your users freedom to export their data, also for compliance purposes. So for example, for GDPR compliance, for other regulations in different geographies, you're required to allow your users to export all of their data or delete their account easily with removing their data from your servers, from your system. So manage data allows to do that. Visibility is like side note, so these features like visibility, profile shares, document shares would depend also on the general settings of your app, of your project. So if you enable your users, for example, you might say that all profiles are restricted in your app, and all documents are individually shared. That is like a stricter setting, and that means that your users will not, you can even disable the screen, or your users might not have access to open their profiles, so open all of the documents. Why you might want to do that? Because you might have some business application, some enterprise app. Your users might be not very tech savvy, or you just want to disable any risk of them sharing sensitive information with other users. So in this case, the profiles of users will not display any assets, any documents, any art, even if you enable those features. Or they may be only shared individually. So for example, you can do it by your business logic. So for example, a caseworker of certain technical support case, or educational, healthcare, another business logic application, only that person on the business admin side will have access to the information in the profile, or only the user decides what information to share. If this is open, then anybody in the chat or anybody who discovers the user and link to their profile will be able to see their profile. Same goes for the documents visibility. So if this is full, then anybody who sees the user profile can also see their documents in there. This allows to create links for sharing the profile. So in case the visibility was set to restricted, then user has to decide when they want to share their profile with another user by creating a special sharing link, which could have an expiration period and some memo against it. And then this creates a unique sharing link, which I can then forward to another user, and then only that user will be able to see my profile by using this link. Once this link expires, or other users will not be able to see my profile without having this specific link. A similar mechanism we have for documents shares. So you can choose a document from your uploaded documents in your profile or your digital wallet. You can set expiration time if you want, and the memo, and create a unique sharing link for your document. Sharing that with your technical support agent, with your doctor, with your insurance caseworker or with some business contact of yours to temporarily allow or forever allow to them to view certain document from your profile, while other users will not be able to see that. Here we would have the list of blocked users, which in case, so you have two ways to access that. One in the message action menu in chats. So you can go to profile of another user and so I just have history and glitching on me, but okay, so once I go to profile of another user, I could block them. And then I would see them in the blocked users here, and to unblock them I can find their profile in the chat, or I could simply find the list here and unblock them from here. So manage data I covered already. This is useful for freedom of data, ownership of data for your end users, and for compliance purposes, especially if your app is exposed to end users who are not your employees, and in that case you have certain obligations. If they are your employees, there could be different regulations and internal contracts there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing we can do is sign out from the app, and I believe I have covered most of the functionalities here. Obviously a lot of them are not covered here, so I just gone through some of the things specific to the old UI of the web app, to the things that I was able to see with my current user privileges with the current project settings. But this gives you an overview